everybody. We're doing a cereal taste test today. My camera seems to be doing weird stuff. Well, the recording program is doing weird stuff.
Everything's weird.
It gets super slow, like frame by frame, and then it catches up, and then it stops, and then it speeds back up. Hopefully the beginning doesn't look too horrible. Seems like it's doing normal things now. But we got 5 flavors here. We have Little Debbie Swiss roll flavor. The Nutty Buddy ones were pretty good. The oatmeal cream pie ones weren't bad. We have Haunted Lucky Charms. It's got chocolate marshmallows that are supposed to turn your milk chocolatey, so we'll probably do that one last.
Yeah.
We have Reese's Puffs Bats, because as soon as I saw it, it went in the cart, because it's bats. Not because I like the cereal, but because I like bats. We have Pumpkin Spice Cheerios and Pumpkin Spice Special K, which I picked out because I like pumpkin spice. Neko doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So we got 3 that are kind of chocolatey, and 2 that are pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice first?
Yeah, why not?
That way, we can, if necessary, switch milk out after. Okay, I kind of feel like we tried the Special K ones last year, but I'm not positive. I love Special K, so... I really like the red berries one. And they came out with a strawberry cheesecake one that I know exists because one of the girls I was working with had a box, and she told me she got it at Walmart, and I've been in and out of Walmart multiple times a week ever since I even saw it, that it was supposed to exist, because it's mentioned on the Ibotta app, and we were supposed to get money back if we bought it. Never found it. She said, well, I just bought it at the Walmart just across the river. And I'm like, where'd you find it? Because I have been in and out of that store for a couple months looking for it and never did find it. Never found it after she bought it. So I wonder if it was one of those things they got like 1 box in and she happened to be the person to get that 1 box.
Yeah, probably.
Because I never did see it, and I searched. I searched all over that store. I searched in other Walmarts, and nobody had it. We got lucky at the grocery yesterday. The quarts of milk were only 50 cents, marked down because their expiration date is tomorrow? Today. Whatever.
Yeah, it's
and I was like, well, you know, a gallon was $2.99. I got 4 of these for $2. And he goes through milk like breathing air, so...
Yeah, especially with all this cereal.
There's a little ball-shaped thing in here. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. It's pretty good. I'm trying to show you without dripping milk all over my table. It's got these little ball-shaped things, and then just the regular flakes. Ball-shaped thing actually almost looks like a poofed-up leaf.
Wonder if that's supposed to be the pumpkin spice, whatever.
Crunchy wheat and rice flakes with nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cinnamon clusters.
Huh.
So that little poofed up, ball-shaped, leaf-shaped, whatever, irregular-shaped thing must be the nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cinnamon cluster. That's what it looks like. I like these leaves on the box. That's pretty. I might have a die cut, or a metal die that makes a die cut that's similar to that one. And that one. Okay, so is this weird?
Probably.
Probably. I want to cut out a bunch of just random QR codes and do a journal page of just random QR codes. That way if somebody scanned the page, who knows where they're going to go.
Yeah.
But I've been finding QR codes in the weirdest places. Like, I cut one off of an advertisement for, I think it was Sudlink Cable.
Oh,
or, well, Optimum now. It's not Sudlink anymore.
Yeah.
So I thought, somebody go and be advertised cable, and then they could get Special K.
Oh, boy.
It'd be a very random and eclectic kind of page. An interactive page, at the very least.
Yeah.
Maybe not do a whole page, just do a tag or something.
Yeah.
Or journaling card. A deck of journaling cards where each one has a different QR code in it.
Huh. That'd be weird.
Dude, I've got all kinds of weird ideas. Where did my drink go? There it is. We're waiting on you, dude.
All I know is cereal is cereal.
I only got most of it out.
Never really gave two shits about Special K. I'm more excited about the Cheerios, though. Because, like, depending on the
Yeah, you are more
Cheerio-
likely to eat Cheerios.
Yeah, because depending on the Cheerio is actually good. Because, like, Honey Nut Cheerio is actually really good.
I like the apple cinnamon.
Huh.
Those were pretty good.
And there was, like, the Fruity Cheerios they had a long time ago. I don't even know if they still have them.
Every so often I see a box randomly out in the wild, but not very often.
Yeah.
If you can't find it, you can't buy it. If you don't buy it, they won't make it.
Yep. That's pretty much how it is.
That's kind of how it works. So these are pumpkin spice Cheerios. They're just a little more pumpkin colored than a regular Cheerio. They're all right. I would like a little bit more of the pumpkin spice flavor myself. Sweetened whole grain oat cereal with natural pumpkin flavor, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. A friend of mine who lives out in Seattle, we met online, and I worked for her for a little while. She was doing these online courses, and she had me help design some of them. And she's allergic to all these spices. She couldn't have cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, cloves, cardamom. Basically all the fall spices.
God damn.
And I was like, wow, it must be hard during the holidays. Because, starting now with pumpkin spice all the way through Christmas, those are the flavors.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, it gets to be real hard because people forget and they throw cinnamon into their cookies or whatever to give them a holiday vibe. And she always has to ask, is there any of these spices in this thing? And they're like, oh, we forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's cinnamon in it, or there's whatever. I can't remember about ginger. I don't know if she's okay with ginger or not. And then she was also vegetarian. I was like, wow. No Cincinnati chili for her.
Oh boy.
Because it's meat and it has cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard. I know I tried to do gluten-free for a while, and it showed up in places you never would have expected.
Yeah.
Like, who knew the first ingredient of soy sauce is wheat?
Yeah.
You had to look for gluten-free soy sauce or tamari sauce, which is the gluten-free. And here I thought I was doing so well because we'd go to the Chinese restaurant and I would get fried rice and put soy sauce in it because I like it with a little extra soy sauce. And I'm like, yeah, that I wasn't doing it at all because I didn't realize. We happened to be in a store one day and I saw, was it teriyaki sauce or something, and I pulled it down and whipped that bottle around and the first ingredient was wheat, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I put it back on the shelf and I grabbed the soy sauce and the first ingredient was wheat, and I'm like, well, all these months of gluten-free haven't been gluten-free.
Yep.
I wanted to make shepherd's pie. Well, technically cottage pie because I wasn't using lamb, I was using beef. Semantics. Technically it's cottage pie if you use beef. Hear that, Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Your frozen meal says shepherd's pie and there's no lamb in it, it's beef. It's technically cottage pie. As a chef, you should know that. Anyway, his frozen shepherd's pie is actually pretty good, so... But I like to use a little bit of Guinness to deglaze the pan after I brown the meat. Regular beer has gluten, so we had to hunt down a gluten-free beer, which is not very common in our area. We ended up having to go into Athens, and I found a brand that they actually stocked. Had a covered bridge on the cover. I think it's called Old Bridge or something like that.
Probably still have it.
Oh, yeah, I saw the
the
container out there.
Yeah.
I saw that. All the bottles are empty and the container's starting to come apart, but it's still out there. I guess we could get rid of it now because Papa's not here to want it.
Yeah.
My dad liked covered bridges, so having a covered bridge on the bottles and on the little carrier was bonus. Because then he could have it, but whatever. And when you cook with it, you cook the alcohol out, so...
Yeah.
Cook the alcohol out just by using it when I was browning the meat and stuff, and using it to help create some of the gravy. And then I just a little splash, and then some beef broth, and that's what made the gravy. And, finding gluten-free beer was difficult. Are you ready to move on to the next flavor?
Yeah, probably.
How about you drink that milk and we'll start with fresh milk on the chocolatey flavored ones?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, make the most sense.
Now, I got a message today, this morning, saying that Japan Crate is out for delivery today. Yay. So it should be coming anytime in the next hour.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And if it does, maybe we'll do that video today. And then I'll take a nap. So I can go to work.
Yeah.
Ugh. My life is all about when can I take a nap so I can get ready for work.
That's all life really is work. I mean, think about it. Preschool.
Series of naps between work.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, preschool is when you start. High school is when you end, at least in the school part, unless you go to college. If you don't go to college...
And that's your job, is education, learning.
And if you don't go to college, you have to get a real job until you retire.
So when are you going to do that?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? I've been trying for months. Year and a half. Basically since even before Wiz.
I love this curl. Do you see this curl? It's so beautiful. That's natural.
Yeah.
Sick, isn't it? He got the natural curl. I didn't. Must have skipped my generation.
Yeah, probably.
Although my brother did get a little bit of wave in his hair.
But didn't Nana have some of that?
Mom, oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was naturally curly. And then James got a little bit of a wave in his hair. Mine was just straight. Although every so often I get one little tiny ringlet that pops out. Then I get a haircut and I don't see it for 2 or 3 years. And I get this one little ringlet.
Yep.
I don't know why, but Okay, I want to try this one. I've been trying to find this one for a while because I had seen it listed on the Ibotta app and it's no longer on the app. So I found it. So maybe I'll find the strawberry cheesecake Special K once it's no longer on the app. Why do they seal these things with super glue? I can't get them open.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this box is going to disappear up the stairs.
Yeah, probably.
I know you.
Yeah, probably the same with the Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, well, I
you know,
wasn't a fan of Reese's Puffs
yeah.
to start with. I only wanted it because they were bat-shaped. Goodness gracious, boy. Can we get this plastic ring off of here?
How the fuck did you put the ring on there anyway?
It's part of how it holds the lid on the jug.
Yeah.
So then when you twist the lid, that part snaps off so that it will release the lid.
Yeah.
And that milk jug is sweating and all my jeans are wet. Okay, so these... oh, that one's a good looking one. Kind of, you know what? Trying to hold it up with the spoon isn't going to work. They look kind of like almost a cinnamon roll. They're swirled up. There, now you can kind of see it a little better. I guess the milk is supposed to give you the flavor of the icing.
Yeah, maybe.
They're alright. I like the Nutty Bar one better. They're very sweet.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. They're very sweet.
Yeah, probably. Then again, I like Swiss rolls anyway, so.
I like the actual Swiss rolls. I'm just usually not a fan of chocolate flavored cereals in general.
Yeah.
That one's not bad. I could eat it. I, for one, am not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Are these regular Lucky Charms or are they the chocolate ones? They look like the chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Chocolate Lucky Charms, limited edition haunted marshmallows.
Oh boy.
So you got regular marshmallows, and then you got that looks like kind of like lightning or a tornado. Wonder what that's supposed to be. That one's a bat. That one looks like a star or something, and that one's something swirly. Does it tell what the shapes are supposed to be? Maybe that's a unicorn horn. Because on the back they're unicorns. Ghosts, bats, pumpkins, black cats, spiders. That's what we're supposed to find in the picture. Let's see, it used to be pink hearts, yellow stars, which it's a yellow star now with orange things sticking out. Pink hearts, yellow stars. Some kind of moon and green clovers and blue diamonds. Then they added purple horseshoes. Well, the clover's now a hat with a clover on it. Now they got rainbows. They got rid of the blue diamonds, and now the moons are blue. Now they got unicorns and balloons. Yeah, Lucky Charms have evolved over time.
Yeah, most cereal
I'm
has.
still trying to figure out what these are. I don't know. And then the bats are peanut butter and chocolate, so we've got 2 colors of bat. Made with real Reese's peanut butter. Oh, look at the back. We must keep the box for me to cut up.
Yeah.
Look at the back, it's awesome. All those bats. I mean, even the side panels. You ready for the next one?
Yeah, probably.
Look, turned a little chocolatey on that.
Yeah.
It'll be real chocolatey by the time we're done. I want to smell this so bad.
Yeah.
I don't smell anything. It sucks having a nose that doesn't work.
And nothing works anymore. That's what happens when you get old. Everything's broken.
It's only been like the last year or so that I've had the problem with not being able to smell stuff. It's important to be able to smell things.
Yeah.
Got a little bit more milk. Now see, this is a cereal I'm generally not a big fan of, so let's find out. It looks like there's more peanut butter bats in our bowl than chocolate bats. So there they are. And they are vaguely bat-shaped. I will give them that. Meh. I'm starting to sound like you. Meh. Yeah. You've.
Yep.
So far, the Swiss Rolls is above the bats, flavor-wise, for me.
Yeah, probably.
Well, the peanut butter doesn't seem overly peanut buttery, and the chocolate is that weird fake chocolatey flavor that I don't care for in a cereal. It's not for me. If y'all love it, great, you can have it. I'll eat the pumpkin spice ones. Yeah, you can eat the Reese's ones for me, because I'm not. Just save me the box. That seems to be the thing lately. Save me the box. Save me the box.
Oh boy.
It's like I've told everybody at work, if you run out of tissue, save me the box. There's more tissues in the bin.
They probably thought you fucking lost your mind.
Well, I've told them I'm doing an art project and I want them. I chose the boxes because of the designs on the box.
Oh,
That's why it's been a different design every time. Because I don't want 50 boxes that all look alike. And some of the tissue boxes have really pretty designs. And they'll be nice, because then you can put a pretty piece of paper on the back, and it can be a journaling card. And it's got a real pretty design. It's going to be plenty sturdy because it's light cardboard. I just need to make some of this stuff instead of just planning to make it.
Yeah.
I did start on making some specimen cards. But I haven't made the, well, I tried making a couple, and now I've seen some videos on a better design, so I'm going to undo the ones I made and remake them. I'm also claiming everybody's Chinese fortune cookie fortunes because I'm using those. I've done some collage strips, which, who knew I was doing that before I even heard about junk journaling.
Yeah.
So I have this little maple leaf, a little itty bitty one. But I got these, they're kind of a vinyl, but they've got double-sided tape inside. So you just kind of peel open the one side, stick the thing in, and seal it up. So, I mean, everything I've got is real. I've got that tiny one. Here's one that's a little bit bigger, which might be too big, because by the time you put the cover, it's going to cut off the ends, but that's okay. This came off, it was laying on the ground, came off one of the bushes at the library when we were there yesterday, so I picked it up. It's a little big, so I'm having trouble smoothing the bubble out around it. But it's cute. Here's a smaller one, probably off the same bush. It looks like the same kind of leaf. And these came off of different plants, but they're very similar color-wise. I had to make sure the one I pulled this off of wasn't poison ivy, because there's a couple vines going up the side of the one building, and I think one is poison ivy and the other is the 5-leaf Virginia creeper. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
And that it came off of that one. I was very careful what I touched. And this is a little piece of goldenrod I pulled off the tip of some that I clipped off. I think I showed one before. It was a curl of his hair, actually, where he had trimmed his hair and it had fallen on the bathroom floor. So I snapped it up and stuck it in one of these. Yeah. I mean, who else is gonna have a specimen of Neko fur? Hmm?
Yeah.
That's gonna be unique to mine. I had a couple other flowers and leaves that I'd picked previously and put into those little things, but I don't know which bin I shoved that container in. Could be in that bin, that bin, that bin.
Too many bins.
Well, these two boxes are heavy because they're the magazines we got at the thing yesterday. So this is the chocolate Lucky Charms. Still can't figure out what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. It's chocolate and white swirled. Spoon, spoon, spoon. I mean, it's almost, well, not exactly. I was going to say it's almost like the rainbow, but no. Because here's one next to the rainbow, and they don't look anything alike shape-wise. That's supposed to be a ghost, maybe?
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. Can y'all tell what that's supposed to be? Oh, you can't even see it without me dropping it into the bowl? I don't know. Now, see, that looks more like a ghost to me. And that's a different thing altogether. I don't know. I cannot figure out what the shapes are supposed to be. Got a bowl full of unicorns, dude. That one I think is supposed to be a bat. Again, it's chocolate cereal. It's fine. I would put it between the Swiss rolls and the Reese's. Ran out of tea. So for me, between the pumpkin spice ones, I like the Special K better than the Cheerios. At least Cheerios was trying to put pumpkin in. It just wasn't very strong, so to me it just tasted like Cheerios. And then with the chocolate ones, I would go Swiss Rolls, then Lucky Charms, then Reese's. What's your preferences, pumpkin spice wise? Special K or Cheerio?
Yeah, probably Cheerio, because I never really cared for Special K in the first place.
And how about the chocolate ones?
Yeah. Either the Reese's or the Swiss Rolls.
So you're putting this towards the bottom then?
Yeah.
Surprised, because you love Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I think the Swiss Rolls just had a better chocolate flavor to me. And I already knew going in I wasn't going to be a great big fan of the Reese's because I didn't like the original Reese's Puffs. I was just excited because they were bat-shaped. Just like a little kid. I mean, as soon as I saw the box, I stopped and I was like, I reached over and grabbed him. And he's just like, what? And I'm like, Reese's! They're bat-shaped! And I knew he was going to end up being the one to eat the box full, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say out of these, I'm going to eat the pumpkin spice ones, and you're probably going to eat the chocolate ones.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I expected. Got anything else to add? Without going off on a really random, weird-ass tangent?
Yeah.
They did the homecoming parade today. Woke me up. I was told it was supposed to be at 2:15. At 2 o'clock is when they started. And all these sirens are going off outside the house. I'm just like, what on earth? Because we live across from the school. And I was like, oh yeah, homecoming. So I had to get up, find a pair of pants. Because, I mean, it's sleep time, people. Don't y'all understand? Some of us sleep during the day. But I then find something to put on my feet and wandered out there. By the time I got out there, they were halfway through the floats.
Yeah.
The band had just passed. I heard them, but I didn't get to see them. Lord, the sirens were loud enough. Whew. And they threw some chocolate at us. So that appeased me a little bit.
Yeah.
But we sorted out the candy and anything that, like Snickers, and there's a Snickers and a Baby Ruth that had nuts in them. I knew he wouldn't like that, so I got those. And he snatched up the Sour Patch Kids faster than anything. Those are his favorites.
Yep.
With Sour Patch Kids, they need to just leave them Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Stop putting them in everything else. Because those chocolate chip cookies with them in are weird. Edible, sort of, but weird. The cereal was disgusting. He loved it. Blech. It was nasty. What else did we try? They had, puddings or something that were...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just they keep putting them into stuff, and I'm like, why? Just make Sour Patch Kids. They don't need to be added to everything. Not everything has to have a sour component. Just like not everything has to have a hot, flamin' hot.
Yeah.
A flamin' hot, I still say, is not a flavor. That's a spice level. Spice does not equal flavor necessarily. Sometimes it's just heat. And if it's just heat, it shouldn't be counted as a flavor. Drives me nuts. We've gone over that before, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Every time we get something that's the flavor is hot. No. No, that's not a flavor. Alright, well, we've rattled on for a little over half hour now. We probably ought to wrap this up and
see if the fucking mail's
see if the mail's
here.
come yet.
If
Will
so,
you quote with the cussing on my channel? I try not to do much of it on this channel, but whenever you're on, it seems like it happens more.
Yay.
I'm trying to make this a family channel. Hence, bringing on family. Look at this pearl. It's so pretty. You got the prettiest pearl. He's got gorgeous eyelashes. You should see his eyelashes. They're amazing. Most women would be like, I want eyelashes like that. They're thick and full and long. I had to hook you up with my friend Locke and see if he can teach you about makeup and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Didn't you say he's in Florida or something?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
That's the only problem. All your friends are
He's too far away.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to his birthday party last year and I couldn't because I had just started the new job. There was no way I could afford to go down to Florida for his birthday party. And I don't know if he's going to be Locke or if he's going to be April.
Yeah.
Because he performs in drag as April Fresh down in several of the clubs in the Orlando area. So if you're in that area, go check him out. He's awesome. Well, she, I guess. In April form, she is awesome. In Locke form, he's awesome. So, yeah, we met in art school. And I used to have, like, my hair was all spiked on one side because I could never get it to spike all the way across. For whatever reason. The one side I always wanted to lay down and the other side I wanted to stand straight up. So it was like, fine. That was my style. It was spiked on one side. It kind of looked like a wave. It was kind of neat. And we were sitting there talking about hair because he colored his all different shades all the time. He taught me about using Kool-Aid to dye hair. And we were talking, and I was like, yeah, Mom talked me into the haircut. So I just wanted it cut. So I was tired of it being long. I had grown it out for 2 years so that it could be French braided for prom. Oh my God. Late 80s, big poof. I was a big pink poof for prom. 2 years in a row. I wore the same dress both years. Because my parents were like, you can either get a new prom dress for senior prom, or you can go on the trip to Canada. I'm going to Canada.
That's right, right.
I'll wear the same dress. I don't care. I was a big old pink poof. The big poofy sleeves and the sweetheart neckline and the big poofy skirt and the big poofy hair. And it was pink. I'm generally not a pink person. My favorite color is black. I am not a pink person. But yeah, it was like a very light petal pink and it had glitter hearts in the fabric. It was cute. Had little roses, little satin roses. The whole dress was satin. Little satin roses at the sleeves. The big poofy sleeves. And as soon as prom was over, I'm like, get this haircut. And the lady was like, well, how do you want it cut? I said, short. And Mom was looking through a magazine and she saw this girl with this spiked hair. She's like, how about this? I'm like, yeah, that's cute, whatever. Mom talked me into it. She's like, I really think you ought to do this. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I could only get it to work on one side, which was fine. that became my style. And when we were talking about it, he's like, your mom is so cool to let you do that. I'm like, she's the one who talked me into it. It's like, wow, that's cool. I had a cool mom. I really did. But she also, went through beauty school, so she had an idea of, what to do and whatever. She had quit cutting hair by that point. She quit when she was pregnant with me because, like, whenever she had to do perms, the perm solution would make her dizzy and almost faint. So she was like, yep, can't be doing that. So she ended up a housewife for several years. And then she went to work with one of her friends. They put together a shop, and she did ceramics, and her friend did flowers, and that eventually progressed into she worked for the Girl Scout Council doing ceramics. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. We got in on the ground floor of when the Buckeye Trails Girl Scout Council in Dayton opened up their program center. She was like, I can get you funding for ceramic program. And they're like, okay, and jumped on it. And then she worked for the council, and eventually they developed a job where she worked and did ceramics. And then they developed an art program and hired this woman who flaked out on them. And I'm sitting there with an art degree, and they're like, can you come in and cover some of these classes? I was like, well, I'm looking for a job right now. They said, let's talk about it. And I walked out with a job. I was like, cool. So I worked there for a while till they decided they were going to close down the art program and the ceramic program. Well, they kept the ceramic program, shut down the art program and the athletics program, and then ended up shutting down that program center when they opened the new program center, which was much smaller. I mean, demand for space was at a premium as it was, and they shut down the bigger facility in favor of a smaller one that they built. I don't know. I didn't understand all that. Now they're part of a bigger council. A bunch of councils merged together, so they're part of a bigger council that does the whole western side of the state. Y'all didn't know you were going to get a history of the Girl Scouts, right? Or a little corner of it. But yeah, it was nice because what they did was Dayton Public Schools was getting rid of the building, and they bought the building for next to nothing. Had to do a lot of remodeling and stuff. I got their photography program up and running again. They had a one briefly because one of the ladies that worked for the council doing like their PR and stuff taught a couple of photography classes, so they set up a dark room down in the basement. It was one of the former locker rooms from when it was a school, shower room, and so it already had plumbing, so they adjusted it to make it into a dark room. And this is a lady that got me introduced to photography. She came out to Girl Scout camp one year, and they did a makeshift dark room, and that was my first experience actually developing film and making a print that I did from scratch. That was so cool. I had done photograms one time before, which is just set a bunch of stuff down on a piece of photo paper, expose some light, and run it through the chemistry. Anybody can do that. It's really simple, as long as you have the chemicals and a dark room. It's like doing those blueprints. They sell blueprint kits, so you put stuff down and you take it out in the sunlight and then do the thing. It's like that, only with photo paper and chemicals. We did that in school. And so that was my first experience in a dark room. Then my second experience was at camp with this lady named Winnie. And she showed me how the enlarger and stuff worked, and there was a whole group of us that she was instructing. Kind of makes it sound like this crazy woman took me into a dark room by myself. No, that's not how it worked. There was a group of us, And she was teaching all of us, and we all had a chance to make a print and whatever. And then my troop took a trip down to Savannah. I saw the art school. I ended up going to art school down there, all because I went on a Girl Scout trip and discovered that the place existed. And then when I came back, in there, when I was in high school, they had a couple photo classes that I took while I was there, but very minimal. And it was the same lady teaching them. And then I went to art school. Then I came back, and I was the one teaching the photo classes. So that was pretty cool. And the one year, I was helping with a photography unit for day camp. And these kids were going home and telling their parents that they had an instructor who had purple spiked hair, and they were calling, "Who do you have teaching our kids?" They go, "Don't worry, it's just Amy." "Oh yeah, we know her." Anybody who took classes through the program center had met me at some point in time. And I did have, it wasn't like purple, it was more burgundy and black. And it was still spiked and stuff, and I wore obnoxious earrings. And now that I have discovered Temu, I'm back to obnoxious earrings. But that was my thing in high school. It was obnoxious earrings every day. My favorite pair were probably about 6 or 8 inches long, and there was a long red feather and a black feather. Oh, I loved those. And we were the Tecumseh High School Arrows, and our colors were red and black, so the earrings were highly appropriate. So Spirit Day would come along, those earrings were on my ears every time. Anyway, that's a bunch of stuff that you probably don't really care about. Yeah. I'm just rambling. And, it's time to go check the mail, so we'll get this stuff cleared out, put away, get this one uploaded. Hopefully, the Japan crate will be out there, and we can get that going. I still don't know if I'm getting a Temu order or not. I haven't figured out if what day was that? Wednesday is the order that was listed for yesterday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll all get here eventually. Yeah. So let's go ahead and say all the spiel here. Remember to do all the YouTube-y things. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.